right, y'all. This Block Movements Television, man. This your boy Big BK, man, Bruce Knight. We running live tonight, man. I know a lot of people got that link. I sent the link out to everybody. In case you want to join into this conversation, you can join. You don't have to send us messages. Of course, you can send us messages and comments, but you don't have to do that. You can also go live with us. All right, so I'm about to introduce to the stage Mr. Alonzo Joseph, live out of Vacaville State Prison in the medical division. Alonzo, can you hear us?
Yes.
All right. All right, man. We already got some viewers popping in on us, man. So that's a good thing. Hopefully that number will raise up, man. Then we got a guest in backstage also, man. So he's gonna iterate with us on that also, man. We talking about excessive force inside the prisons, correct?
Yeah.
All right. Before you get started, man, I'm gonna bring somebody else to the stage with us, man. Mr. DC Ray out of Sacramento. How you doing, DC?
What up? What up? What up?
All right. Now we got Mr. Alonzo Joseph on the line, man. And what we talking about, man, is excessive force inside the prisons. So I'm gonna go ahead and give Mr. Joseph the floor, and then we can iterate on whatever it is he's talking about, man. Go ahead and give us some words, Mr. Joseph.
Yeah, man, there's this dude next door to me, man, that, the police beat him up real bad, man, and he got broken ribs and all, and some broken nose bone, cheekbone, and everything, and he ain't do nothing, man. These cops just feel that they can get away with any type of excessive force since there's no body cams here, because other prisons got body cams, so they ain't able to get away. But these prisoners here, for any little thing, you accidentally bump into them, they say you assault them, or if water hits them, they say you assault them, and when they say you assault them, man, they turn around and they put hands and feet on you for nothing.
Wow.
This is out of hand, bro. And we need to put this at forefront, bro, because it's growing. It's like that in all prisons that doesn't got body cams yet.
Wow. So basically, they're taking advantage of things that they can pretty much get away with, and without that body cam, it sounds like they're getting away with it. What you think about that, DC Ray?
Well, I mean, since there's no body cam to hold them accountable, video wise, what can you do in there to pretty much, I guess, record them being excessive? Is there anything you can do in there that can hold them accountable at all?
Joseph? Yeah, I don't think you heard that. So here's the question that DC Ray just asked. He says, now there's no body cams in there, so it's pretty much hard to hold anybody accountable for that. The question is there any way that you can or they can get any type of evidence or proof or whatnot to what's going on, because our word isn't going to just do it. So is there any type of way you guys can have proof of that? Is there video cameras in there at all?
No, there is no video cameras, but it's just when you got a pattern of people constantly get beat down by the police, the pattern speaks for itself. You just can't keep flipping everybody left and right. There's medical documents. There's other inmates that observe these batteries.
Wow. So
But we know the cops.
That's tight. We got some viewers out there. If they want to if they want to iterate on any of that, you guys are more than welcome to comment on it. You know what I'm saying, or even link up with that link and come live with us. I mean, the best thing I could suggest is I mean, pretty much keep notes, man, of the days and the times these incidents are happening, and those notes with the medical records. You know, the medical records are going to show, well, this guy had to go to medical on this date and time, and then if you guys are taking those same notes as to when this incident happened and when the times happened, then you can compare these incidents to these medical notes, and then that'll pretty much give you guys something to work with.
What's called Android telephone number will be monitored and recorded. Well, I got all the dates and all the things that was involved in the excessive force on my neighbor. So we must got that locked down, but they use the intimidation factor and other inmates, any inmates that try to speak up or speak up on the excessive force. You know, they be trying to intimidate them, but you know me, man. I've been doing this too long. I ain't worried about getting beat down and whatever I did that, been there and done that. You know?
Yeah, it sounds like you ready to stand up for it then.
Yeah, I'm standing up for the cause. That's why I'm taking initiative to bring this to this platform you provided for me, man, to speak on the injustice that goes on in these prisons, man. Somebody has to do it.
Man, that's right, man. I'm glad you standing up on it. I know I done seen some horrible things while I was in prison myself. And I know how they are. You know what I'm saying? It's the family members that's out here and the loved ones that's out here that don't know. They don't realize all the pressure that goes on in there and all the violence just amongst the COs in there. Not in, not including with the inmates or whatnot. It's the COs that are in there putting in work. What would you do in this
Yeah, not
situation?
only that, man.
Go ahead, Zoe.
Not only that, man, you know, these CEOs, man, you know, they be paying other inmates to jump on inmates, you know. I never seen that type of stuff before, man. But yeah, these officers, they got ways to try to manipulate the system. You know, they pay other inmates for canteen, boom boxes, and little stuff like that. That's what's going on too.
Wow. Now, DC Ray, how would you handle something like this? Well, you've never been to prison. So it's kind of hard to see, but you are human and you know what's right and what's wrong. If you was in a situation like that, how would you handle that?
Well, just to set the record straight, I mean, I've been to jail 4 times. I've never made it to prison. I'm glad. Don't really want to go,
Yeah.
but yeah, I've been to jail and I know what it feels like to have your freedom kind of taken away and have to follow, the procedures that are there at the wherever you're housed at. But in prison, you're right. I mean, I haven't been to prison. I know that prison is, it's a place that is tough to try to adjust to the environment. So it's like, all I can think of is if I was in that position is just that I would try to find some way to get my message out, like what he's doing, and try to hold those guys accountable for what they're doing. And I don't really know how you can do that other than taking notes because you don't get a lot of freedom to talk to people and get your story out. So you kind of have to document it, date it, just almost like a case, where you have a lawyer, you hire a lawyer, and you have to have all your shit documented so that way that they can fight for you. For him, it's a tough position to be in because he doesn't have anyone in his corner other than the other inmates to validate his story. So, it tends to be him against the guards. And most of the times, the guards, people are going to take their story, uh, you know, for a fact, opposed to the inmate.
Yeah.
So it's kind
Yeah,
of tough. He's
that's
in a
usually
tough
how it works
position.
out, man. It's
Yeah,
even
yeah, the thing is, man, as long as I keep on doing what I'm doing, bringing this on this platform right here and putting it out to the people and constantly letting the people know what type, it has 60 seconds remaining, what type of stuff that's going on, that somewhere, some way, that he ain't gonna get wind of this, and hopefully they take some steps to try to fix the problem. But if not, I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing until I get enough people out there in society that is interested in wanting to know to keep on, and we can find a better communication line on how to deal with this, you know.
yeah. All right. Well, you know
What is he?
your line's about to kick off, man. So what we gonna do, man, is we gonna run. Go ahead, DC Ray.
No, I was going to say,
Was you saying something,
he
DC?
could. Yeah, I did. He could write some people out here who could go to bat for him, and have him look at his situation, singularly, in particularly, and hopefully help him, to be able to fight against what they're going against in there. As he said, he doesn't have them harassing him right now, but it doesn't mean they won't, being that he's trying to get the story out of what's going on in there.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's some great advice, man. We're gonna go ahead and pay some of these bills, man, and run a couple of these ads real quick. This block movement stuff.
Looking for a videographer? Your search is over. Contact our team of dedicated professionals to check out our quality services designed to meet your exact needs. All of our professionals have lots of experience in delivering a wide range of solutions and options, and we're confident that you'll be completely satisfied. All our services are carried out to assured standards, leaving you with great results. Our friendly team is waiting to hear from you to answer any specific questions that you may have about how we can fulfill your needs. Your satisfaction is our prime concern, so please contact us today via any of our contact methods.
All right, man. That was one of our sponsors, man. And you guys make sure you tune into our radio station. Here's how you get to it. Yeah, man, that was some good advice, man. Hopefully we'll be getting a call back here from Zoe here any second, any minute, because only he can really tell us what's going on in there and how it's going on. Um, Me myself, man, I've been in a couple of situations up in not even in the prison. I've never really had any issues in the prison. I've always had problems in the county. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? To where I didn't set up, I didn't put in lawsuits on them, and then I didn't get no money out of it. But I've been in situations to where I actually did get an officer fired. You know what I'm saying? And that was good enough for me.
And that's probably,
With
well,
some
that's
right,
probably the best thing.
yeah,
Yeah, that's probably the best thing that you could probably have happen is get an officer fired. That's probably the only thing that you can do, because yeah, when you're in there, you're pretty much you're a ward of the state, and you kind of, it's like the military. You belong to them, until you get free of it, and that's the reason why it's not good to go there, because you lose all your freedoms and your protections and your rights, man, and so it makes it tough for you to fight against them when you're an inmate.
yeah, man. You use your freedom. I mean, you lose your freedom, your rights. Um, I wish Dooney was on here with us, man, because he has another word for them instead of calling them inmates and convicts. I can't remember what it was, and then I don't want to just create nothing and say the wrong thing and sound stupid. But he, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know
He
Dooney.
in
Dooney, I
his,
ain't seen Dooney in a long time.
yeah. I speak with him every now and then. Now you know Dooney has access to get back inside the prisons. He goes to the prison. He goes to the prisons and play baseball with them every Thursday with the inmates.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah. So he's a powerful man right now, and he did 20 years in prison. And
I know. Dooney was out. Dooney was gone for a while, and I remember when he used to hang with me in the O to C, Big O, and yeah,
yeah,
Dune, I know he got out, and he looked good. He looked like himself, just a little more mature. And yeah, man, if he has some power and he wants to turn it around and turn it into a positive, hey, I'm all for it.
yeah, man. Yeah, his word is strong, man, and they listen to him, and
Well, of
I
course,
don't
you're
know
gonna
what
always listen.
yeah,
Yeah, of course you're gonna always listen to a guy who walked the walk, and guys who've been in prison. I mean, if you haven't been in prison, then you really can't. Your point of view is going to be different from theirs, and you really can't speak from that point of view. I feel because you weren't there. Yeah, county jail is county jail. It is a little different. Sometimes I hear it's easier in the pen than it is in county jail. But it's yeah. Only the man that's in the position is the only one who can speak from that platform.
yeah, and believe me, I've experienced both of them. And nobody wants to go to prison, but nobody wants to sit in jail for 3, 4 years, 4 or 5 years, 10, 20 years. Prison is you get a lot more freedom. You get a yard to walk on. You know what I'm saying? You get certain foods. You get certain privileges that you won't get in the county jail. And if you're in the county jail cell living uh, or whatnot, then it's just
Hmm.
not gonna it's just not gonna work out for a long period of time
Yeah,
inside of
see,
there.
I don't, I don't like not being able to do what I want to do. I don't like not having my freedom. I don't like being told when I can eat, when I can shave, when I can go to the bathroom. Well, not so much go to the bathroom, but it's like, yeah, it's you realize when you're there, you don't want to be there.
It's missing. Yeah, it's missing. Yeah, yeah. I was trying to fix on something here. Well, yeah, man, and that's real talk, man. So what we gonna do here, real quick, man, is we gonna give him another minute to sign back in with us, man. We gonna run one or two more commercials, man, and then if not, we gonna sign out, man, because we really can't discuss because we don't know everything that's going on in there. So we gonna run a couple of commercials, give him a minute. All right,
If you're looking
let's
for a
block.
reliable, professional, and affordable lawn maintenance service, well, you've come to the right place. Whether you need lawn mowing, grass seed and treatment, insect or grub removal, or aeration, at Knight's Quality Services we can do it all. We are proud to be the top local lawn maintenance company, and we can arrange to care for your yard weekly, bi-weekly, or on an as-needed basis. Let us do the work for you. We have years of experience, and we'll have your lawn looking great throughout the year. Contact us now at 719-419-0125 for a free, no obligation quote. Find out why so many local residents count on us for all of their lawn maintenance needs. Thank you and hope to hear from you soon.
Hey, BK, do you put the
Man, my bad, DC Ray.
I was saying, do you put the music behind the commercials?
All of that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah,
do
because
all
those are
of that.
funk. Yeah, because those are
Huh?
funky commercials, man. I say because those are funky commercials.
Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah. You can kind of tell that somebody with some soul is behind that, man. Well, man, shit, man. Well, we can talk about us a little bit, DC Ray. This is my partner, DC Ray, man. I'm Big BK Bruce Knight, Captain K from the Triple Threat 3. Um,
Yep, yep.
we got a lot going on. Yeah, we got a lot going on now. Right now, we are two of the originators, man. I'm gonna go ahead and boast and brag on this because I'm proud of myself. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not trying to blow my head up, but I feel good about this, man. Me and this gentleman right here, man, we formed a group when we were in high school. Well, we was the Double Deuce. So if you really want to go into the history, man, we started this gangster shit. And so
Well,
yep. And then we formed with Mike C, man, and we started. Then we um, you know what I'm saying? We didn't till this day we haven't had our trophy taken away from us for being the hottest rappers in Sacramento. Nobody's ever came along and took that trophy from us. We won that trophy when we was what, like 16?
well, when you're the originators, yeah, that your foot's in the cement, and no one can really change that. So yeah, we made our mark, and it's good to see it coming back and being recognized now. So yeah, man, it's all good.
Yeah. And we still doing stuff, man. We got an award coming up. Well, they've already given us an award. We just haven't been there to accept it yet. So I think they're gonna probably do a plaque for us, or we may create our own or whatnot. And DC Ray has a little more information on exactly how and when that's going to take place. If it's going to take place anytime soon, I'm sure it is. We're just going through the process of it. You was you was able to see who was every got in with it with us. Is the Royal Mixers? I know is one. Um,
Yeah, Royal Mixers were
and the
one,
other ones,
and you're kind of going in and out. So yeah, I heard some of that, but yeah, Royal Mixers was one of them. Can you hear me?
yeah, yep, I hear you. I hear you. Yeah, I heard the latency too. But
Okay.
yeah, man. So we up to go get ours, man, and you know what I'm saying? Make history, man. A lot of people, a lot of people feel like, well, no, it was Dr. Dre. It was such and such. It was Dr. Dre just got the fattest off of it. You know what I'm saying? If you look in the archives, you'll go to our record Scratch Motion, and Dr. Dre was DJing was scratching on there with Daryl Dennis for us back in 80. What was it? 83.
Yeah, 83, 84. But I mean, let's be real. I mean, we were more geared towards parties and having a good time with our raps. Our raps, I mean, yeah, we were living in gangster situations, but we weren't talking about it at that as much at that time as when NWA dropped. When NWA dropped, it was straight gangster. And when you play a Triple Threat album, Triple Threat, we're about macking the parties and the women and having fun because that was our era at that time. What we were doing, it turned gangster, full blown gangster when NWA did drop. So on the West Coast, I mean, there were other guys who were doing shit, no doubt, that were trying to get out, but they just happened to be the ones to get out. And so you can't really hate on the situation. It's it is what it is. So I do give them props in that as far as coming up, and they were behind us, but still, we were the threat, and we were doing what we were doing at a level that other guys weren't really doing it at. So yeah, we did make our mark.
Right. Well, I hope our audiences heard you better than I did. I have a beta system on here for like buffering and all that to where it'll go through that straight. But even because right now you're buffering,
Hmm.
your screen even froze on me. So
Okay.
yeah, I
Well,
didn't I didn't catch a lot of it, but I'm sure our audiences did because
hopefully
it
so.
clears
But
up through
yeah,
our system.
yeah. But one thing cool you've been doing is you've been,
Yeah, you might have to move.
featuring. You were featuring artists from not only SAC but all around Cali, man. You were, putting groups on and bringing groups up there and putting them in some of those club scenes you had going, and so your show has been good at giving some more exposure to things that other listeners didn't know was going on around them.
Yeah. Wow, man, I kind of missed everything you said, but I know everybody else heard it. Let me see. Let me see. I'm gonna yeah, Zoe didn't call me back.
You may not have been able to get
Yeah, he's
to the
not.
phone.
I don't. Yeah, I
They
don't.
might
Let me
have.
see.
They might have.
And then
Yeah, they might have. They might have cut him off. I mean, what we were
yeah.
talking
Oh,
about.
okay. Hold on.
I'm
Hold
sure
on.
they were.
Yeah. Well, we got another guest on here with us, y'all. We're gonna pull her in. Young E9. This is a pleasant surprise, man. A homegirl. This right here is the first lady of the block, of the Gordon block. This is one of the first ladies of the Gordon block. She been around for a long time, man. And just like everybody else, like myself, I'm from the Gordon block. I'm one of the originators from the Gordon block. And like myself, man, she has made a positive change in her life, man. We gonna let her get on here and let her introduce herself. What's up, Miss Lady?
Good evening, everybody.
Hey, how you doing today?
Good, good. Can y'all hear me?
Yep.
All right. I
Yeah, we
just
hear
chimed
you and
in.
we see you.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm a little late, so I'm just now chiming in and stuff. Zoe was trying to get back. Was trying to get back in here. Just hit me up and stuff. Um, yeah. So we do all come from the gardens. From a long line of gangsters and stuff. Somewhere in our family, people always say, how did you become a gangster? Somewhere in your environment, somewhere in your somebody in your family, somewhere along that bloodline was some gangsters. People don't like that or not, but really that's what it boils down to. I grew up watching people get killed, murdered since I was 5 years old. I've been watching people get killed and stuff. And so for me, my innocence was lost then watching people get killed. And I'm like, hell, ain't nobody gonna save me. I gotta save myself. So I've always felt like that. Growing up as a young woman in the streets. And that's just what it was. A lot of things I didn't do because I was kind of old school. My mother taught me a little bit different. Don't do drugs. You know what I'm saying? She said if you did drugs, you die and go to hell. If you be gay, you'll die and go to hell. I still live with that truth in my ear every single day. So it's some shit that I'm just not going to do. You know what I'm saying? Because of how I was raised, even though people were running around killing in my family. I remember my brother killed the leader of Hell's Angels at the age of 14, and I had to be about 9 years old. And it wasn't a big thing, you know what I'm saying? It's just what happened. And those sort of things happened so much in our
Yeah.
family, so it did not affect me the way it does most people now. They'd be freaking all completely out. We don't have that freak out. We'll watch somebody get their brains blown out right next to us and not really be traumatized and stuff. And it affects your relationship. So when I start paying attention to how I talk to men, I terrify the hell out of men. And so with with my
Yeah.
profit I-29, I try to teach young ladies how to be young ladies and how to talk to
Is
men.
that?
And it's okay to be vulnerable.
I wanted to ask because your her picture screen is low. Is I mean I can barely see. Is that Miss Sassy?
Yes, it is.
Oh yeah. Hey Miss Sassy, I've been trying to get in touch with you, and that's great that you're on here. That's kind of timely because yeah, I just wanted to tell you, and I may as well tell everybody who's listening. She had some albums out, and she had told me she sang, and so earlier this year I had found her albums, and I loved them, so I put them on my YouTube channel. And so Miss Sassy, yes, hey, I wanted to, because we're still working on some music, and we're even trying to do some stuff with the Threat, me and BK and Mike C. And I might want some vocals, girl. So I need a way to get in touch with you because the number I had isn't good. So, but I'm glad to see you. You look good as always.
You
And yeah, you got to give me a plug. Okay, you got to give me a plug so we can do
absolutely.
something.
And music. Think speaking on music, music has always been an out for me. Boxing has always been an out for me. So something that I'm good at, both of singing and boxing and stuff. So I just incorporate it into my workout. But with the young ladies nowadays, they have they're not regulating themselves. They don't care how they look to people and stuff. I had a concern of how I look in front of certain people, like my elders and stuff. These babies nowadays don't have that kind of fear, that kind of respect. And what I'm working on is the advancement of empowering the powerful, which are young women who I know are very powerful, can do some things, but nobody's there giving a crap about them, and I care about all of them. You know what I'm saying? And like with my new relationship that I have now, I had to learn that there's some things that you just don't say to a man in the conversation that you don't have. Like I have he knows I have a whole lot of homeboys and they will blow my phone up and call me. He doesn't mind that. But what I had to stop doing was talking about how many niggas I knocked out or, I moved to Oklahoma and ended up knocking out a dude and choking one out, putting him to sleep and stuff like that. But that sounds so bad. But it was it was survival mode, so
I'm buffering on my end.
so I had to from that and change the people that I was hanging around with and stuff. And then that way I could become more successful in everything that I was doing. So I started going to a church, teaching girls how to praise dance. I speak Hebrew. I start teaching the girls how to say the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew and stuff, and start giving them different things, and teaching them self-defense and how to be a young lady. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be rah-rah. You don't have to be so on all the time like that. You know what I'm saying? And it's okay to be vulnerable with your mate and stuff. Then that way you just blossom into this young lady, but they don't know how to tap into their potential and stuff. And as far as the young men are getting caught up into this fantasy of what they and a lot of them are, like my boys, there were certain things I did not let them see me do, putting on makeup and all of that kind of stuff. I was such a rough single mama, but I knew I didn't want my boys to act like girls. I wanted them to be in relationships with women. And if they decided to do something else once they got grown, I would have to deal with that. But as a single mother, I made sure that I took them to wrestling matches. We was boxing. You know what I'm saying? Boy, and stuff like that back in the our parents doing that.
Well, I grew up. Yeah, that's you.
Damn it, my bad. Okay.
It's okay.
Yeah, well, I grew up. Speaking of what Sassy was saying, I grew up with a single mom, and without the dad around, and mama takes you as far as she can take you, and there are some things as a boy growing into a man that you do learn. Mom can be your biggest supporter, your biggest support, and so a lot of us do have that memory of our mom always being there. And we come from a generation where a lot of dads got locked up or killed, and so the young black boy has to grow up into a man with his mama's guidance.
Right.
Um, I do believe that there's certain things that you can learn from your mom, of course, and the loving side of a man. But I do believe that the men need to be a part of their the environment too, because
Right.
they do need to learn some things that only a guy can teach them. It's just like having a daughter. There would be some things that you as the mother could teach the daughter that I couldn't really teach her because I'm not a woman. And so yeah, it's a but black women have always had that position in the black household as being the support, as being
Yeah.
the role model,
All right,
as
now
being the
we got Zoe
provider.
back.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. My bad, DC.
But
I
you,
don't
hey,
mean
but
to
you know,
cut you off.
I
I'm
got love
listening
for
to
you,
you,
Sassy.
and what you're saying is
Yeah,
very important.
I love for
Um,
you.
Zoe is back like a couple of minutes on his line, so we gonna try to give him the stage just for a minute, and then us three can still continue. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Hey,
Okay.
I got it till 9 o'clock, so I can stay on there.
All right. Well, come on then, man. Well, you got the stage right now, and we got insane on here with us.
Hey, yeah, that's right, and yeah, the homie on here too. You know, I'm on his line right now. Hey, yeah, hey man, but anyway, what I think about back to the subject at hand, what I think about it is we need to have somebody down at the CDC headquarters speaking on inmates' behalf whenever that there's an incident like that. That way we can keep notes, dates, and everything, and we can keep reporting it to the representative that we have for whoever we choose to keep CDC informed.
Okay. That's something we can work on now. Now we're gonna kind of rewind because Insane kind of lost on it because she didn't really catch what we was talking about earlier. Before you came on, Queen, what we were speaking about is um the treatment that they're giving them inside the prisons right now. What was it? Extensive force inside the prisons.
Now I have
Excessive
had
force inside
I have
the
had the
prisons.
opportunity to visit a young man for over a year in prison, out in Folsom Prison, Brother Evan X Brisbane. I actually
Uh-huh.
campaigned a whole situation and got him out of there and stuff. So he's free and doing well in Southern California. But I have seen the mistreatment of people in prison, not on their not from. I know that what they're seeing is way different, but I did get a chance to see some things that was just human decency. You know what I'm saying? Just very unkind in the type of energy. And I know that they have to have a certain type of attitude to be in that position because you're dealing with some people that are unpredictable. So I understand having your guards up, but the excessive force stuff is unnecessary, especially when you get to know the inmates and you know what triggers them, and you know how to talk to people. And I'm just like, I believe they have a bunch of unqualified people working in those places. All you have to have is a damn GED. You should have some psychology
Yeah.
class.
And they're
You should
not.
you should have to have a license to even be able to deal with those people. Straight up. You need to have a bachelor's degree. You need to have,
Yeah. Hey, I agree with you.
some
Yeah,
education
I
behind
agree with you
it. You have
100% because a
some
lot of
people, even in the damn police department.
because a
And
lot of times those officers,
take their license away, they'll straighten that ass up.
I think we're kind of buffering.
Well,
You
yeah, it
still there
should be
with
a
us,
part of
Zoe?
their education.
Yeah, I think we lost Zoe again. I'm sure he.
You know, it's the only thing. Can you hear me,
Uh-huh. I can hear.
Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. The I think the one thing addressing the education part of it, yeah, I know that they say that they train these guys. They say that they put them through psych evaluations, and some of them probably shouldn't be correctional officers or cops or inside the prison guards, but because yeah, humans are human. The brain is fallible. You can easily pass those classes and then act differently once you get there. I had a friend who was in one of the prison, I think it was Folsom Prison, and he went through the training and everything, but he said he was seeing things in there that he didn't agree with regarding the guards. And so he actually ended up quitting after a couple years of being a part of it, and that's, he didn't want to be doing some of the things that the veteran guards were doing. And you're not in there, so it's kind of hard to. I mean, I heard what he was saying, but I believe that it does go on. Let's face it, man. When you go to jail, they don't think you. They feel like you're, kind of the low end of the DNA chain. It's like they don't think that you deserve anything. So it's like,
They have
that's why.
they have no respect for you. I faced 25 to life for the attempted murder. Well, I'm way down the damn street, but I'm
Mhm,
it's time, and they treat me like I done really did something and find out that I didn't. And the sad part
mhm.
about it is the situation that happened. The dude who was the victim, this dude started all of the shit. You started it. You brought
Mhm.
life to a gunfight. That's all it was. You ran up on the wrong person at the right time. Then you want to give your heart to God after you get checked, after you
Yeah.
got all up from some
Well,
shit.
he's Yeah, well, he's lucky that it didn't turn fatal. But because you remember the story, yeah, the story a few months ago where the little black kid was outside the restaurant and his mom was in the restaurant, and this dude told her, if you keep talking, I'm gonna knock you out. And then the kid came in and shot him in the back and killed him.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
You can't be doing. I remember I was in Oak Park at the grocery store, and these young girls I had a Coach purse. Now I like bougie stuff, that I have. And they was sitting up there about they was gonna take my purse. And I snatched one of the little heifers up. I said, use my language, I'm not gonna cuss on here. But I was like, bitch, I will break your damn neck and this hoe too. Run your ass home, tell your parents that you ran into insane, and they're gonna say, thank you, insane, for not killing my kid. I ain't never stole shit from nobody. So don't steal from me. You think you gonna rob me? Nigga, you better have a whole damn army behind you. And
Well,
they
it's
went
like,
on home, and they probably less. And I bet you they didn't run up because I don't even look black most of the time. They don't know what the hell color I am. So when they hear the name insane, or when they see me, they don't expect me to acting like, well, she might know a little something because don't nobody just walking around with that. Handle themselves. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Well, you are cut from a hard cloth, Sassy, and so you grew up with G's and in a tough area. So yeah, your mentality is. But you know what though, you also have other facets. You're not just a block. You have other facets about yourself too.
I uh-oh. A little bit.
Yeah. A little bit. It's still being heard a little bit clear, but that's us. That's us catching. Now,
Yeah, you
I can't hear you, BK.
you have some compassion for humanity and stuff. And for the most part, I've always loved people ever since I was a little kid. You know what I'm saying? I've always loved people. I've always wanted to be good and kind to people. And regardless to how I was raised or the type of people that I was around, pimps, hoes. I knew I wasn't going to be a hoe or no pimp or no wild stuff like that, but I knew I was going to know how to fight because I had all the brothers and stuff. But I still had a love for people. I still was never ever a bully. I didn't go just jump on people because I could fight. You don't just shoot somebody because you got a gun. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? You can talk, and I love to conversate. I love for people to feel good about who they are. I've squashed so many beefs between hoods and people because I really mean what I say. I have a compassion for humanity, and I'm not all, oh, fuck the police. No, it's not about that because they got a job to do too. You know what I'm saying? And so everybody wants to be anti-blue, anti-this. Nigga, I'm anti-hate. Period. I don't care what you choose for a living. I probably might have grandchildren that might decide to be a police officer or something. I don't want nobody trying to jump on them because we instituted this fuck the police mentality. No, let's figure out what the problem is and let's try to resolve it. I'm for resolution.
Well, let me ask you this, Sassy. What's your opinion on all the smash and grabs in the Bay and all the stuff that you see the youngsters doing right now?
I'm so embarrassed. I'm so embarrassed for the culture because what you're doing is you're about to have some laws in place that regular people should not have to deal with. You know what I'm saying? I'm so embarrassed, and it's humiliating watching them. And I every time I'm watching, and I know I've taught my nieces and nephews better than that, because if I catch one of them doing something like that, it's ass whooping time. Period. I'll catch a flight, and I know what the consequences are. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So we don't
Yeah.
you
tolerate
know,
working
right. You
people.
know what I thought about it. What I thought about it was that for all the strides that we've made forward, I mean, after the William Floyd, after the other stuff, that it's taken us backwards. It's like
It is.
all the civil rights stuff that was marches and everything else that were put forth. You're taking us back. I can only imagine my grandmother, my uncle, my aunts, and them, looking at us and saying, what brought us to that. And it is embarrassing. Even though it's not us doing it.
It's
Um, you
still
know,
that because they already look at black, and even though it's not just black people doing it, it's all kinds of people
that's
doing it.
true. That's
You know,
true.
but the main ones who stick out is black. And anytime when we start doing something, now it's really a crime. Now, if they do it and you know what I'm saying, it's a little smack on the wrist. But when we do it, we blow it up. So now it's a real problem and stuff. And Trump came on there talking about you will get murdered and stuff. And I'm just like, it's really messed up. But I understand because I plan on opening up a brick and mortar store out here. You come in my store stealing, I'm whooping your ass. Period. I am not gonna shoot you. I'm gonna ball these fists up and try to knock your head off your damn shoulders because the embarrassment of you being knocked out by a light skinned, freckle faced girl is gonna torment you for the rest of your life. Period.
Well, they do have some of the owners that are in those hoods that are being broken into. Those guys don't really know what to do because, yeah, if you put hands on them, they can sue you, which is the law. The law here in California has really gotten messed up when it comes to that. So, I mean, you have homeless doing it. You have anybody who's opportunistic and wants to do it, doing it. And it's really
That's
becoming kind of
right.
trendy to do
Yeah.
this shit. So, yeah, but I mean,
You
you know,
just have
I,
you have to protect your business. You have to make sure that you all your ducks in a row and stuff because there's a loophole. Let me tell you something. Anytime there's a law, there's loopholes for everybody, for everything. Once you find that loophole, you know what I'm saying? And I can send it to everybody. Get the whooping they ass because there's loopholes for that too. I'm the loophole.
yeah,
And I don't condone violence, but I don't condone you bullying people and taking people's stuff. People work hard. Let me tell you something. Me having my own business, man, I made over $340,000 within 6 months' time with my business from 2021 to 2022. I started my business December and ended it in May. And trying to get people to work, show up to work, and people not bicker and argue, and making sure everybody is paid on time, and incentives and bonuses and stuff like that. It is hard having your own business. I promise you it is. So for the people who have a business and they're paying taxes and they're trying to make sure a product is good and stuff, that stuff is very, very freaking frustrating. It's frustrating. And I think that the government should allow them, seriously. Like if somebody come in your store, like I seen that one video and that dude took that belt and started whooping that grown ass man. You ain't had no business coming in that man's store doing that, stealing nothing. I am all for that. I am so
Well,
for,
well, you
yeah.
know, the funny thing is that when businesses in the lower income neighborhoods or communities, you know, them guys they put out everything they can to get that store going. You know, it's helping the economy of the community. It's helping the economy of the area that he lives in. So when you are shoplifting from him and stealing from him, because most companies have like a 1 or 2% insurance against loss, but after that, yeah, it becomes out of their pocket, and they're not. It's shutting communities down. You know, stores are leaving. You know, and you don't want that. You don't want a dead community with no
No,
economy there.
killing the economy in that store. I remember I took a couple of friends of mine shopping, and we were at Dillard's out here in Oklahoma City at the mall. And this girl had on a girdle and was stuffing clothes. And she picked up this dress that my friend wanted. It was a size 12. And she got ready to stuff it. And I snatched it from her so fast. I said, bitch, we finna pay for that. She was like, oh no. I said, you don't want this smoke, little mama. I said, matter of fact, get your thieving ass up out of here. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, you better leave while you can. I ain't
Yeah.
finna tell him or nothing like that, but you might want to back, little mama, because you do not want this big girl problems. And at that point, I was like 240 pounds, just big. I was smacked, you know what I'm saying? And I
Hmm.
dressed
Yeah,
from her,
yeah, she didn't want that smoke.
held to the no. She got up out of there. My
I
friends was laughing and stuff, and they was like, dang, you put the fear of God in her. I'm like, nigga, we work for our money. You know what I'm saying? And to watch people, when you work in a job, I work at a hospital right now, right? I've always wanted to work in the emergency room and stuff. And so I was like, okay, let me go get this little job and stuff. Because this is something I always wanted to do. This is my bucket list. Man, when I tell you, I see how when you give people certain titles and stuff, how they act, it's hard as hell dealing with civilians. I mean, it is really hard. And for me, it's very humbling because the way that them women talk to people in these jobs and for people to enjoy their money, don't block them from enjoying their money because you don't know what the hell they. I done got a broad jumped in my face. I said, okay. And she quickly got her ass in her office. And I'm just like, I had to catch myself and I use some critical thinking. Bitch, if I hit you, you are going to fall. And where she was standing, it's a corner of a cabinet. You hit your head, bitch, you dead. I hit like a man. You know what I'm saying? So I had to do some critical thinking. Is she really worth this? You know what I'm saying? And but let me tell you how awesome God is. The bitch was walking in the parking lot and fell to her knees just out of nowhere, just fell to her knees in front of a bunch of Mexicans. And she came back in the job all disgruntled and stuff. I don't have to touch you because God knows my heart and He knows I'm not trying. I don't even fight girls. You know what I'm saying? But these are things that people deal with every day in jobs and working for somebody else. So have your own money. So now I'm getting my business back up and running so I can leave them alone. But I'm glad that I was able to work in the hospital, do something that I wanted. But you don't know the shit that people go through working a normal, regular job. I suggest people have their own business, do something that you like. Do not go work for motherfuckers because they're not going to treat you right. I'm so serious. They are not
for sure
treat
not.
you right.
Yeah,
Especially,
yeah,
yeah.
I was explaining that to my stepson today, man, because Cause because right now we're running a campaign for a brother named Mr. Corey Williams. He's the president here, and he's the president of the school district here in Colorado Springs, school district 2. And we was doing some work for him today, and I was explaining to my stepson. He was helping me. You know what I'm saying? I broke him off some chips. I gave him. He made as much as he gets on his own. Say, see, now this is what you get when you run your own business. You get to set your own price.
Right. Your own
you get to work when you want to, how long you work to, and there ain't nobody over your neck, breathing down your neck, telling you what you need to do and how long you got to do it. You do your work at your satisfaction, but you want to make sure your customer is satisfied also.
Exactly.
So yeah, that's a big thing, man. Getting your own business in order. And then I also explained to him, there's nothing wrong with working for somebody else.
It's not.
You know what I'm saying? But if possible, use it for a stepping stone. Get the experience. Get as much experience as you can. That way when it's time for you to start your own thing, you know everything you need to know.
Exactly.
Correct.
It's just, and it's teaching these young people.
What you drink? Coffee?
You know me, man. I've been drinking coffee for years, man. Yep, this coffee. Sometimes I put something in it, sometimes I don't.
Yeah, I love me some Starbucks, but these young people have it. They have it good right now.
I'm about to go get mine to put something in it.
Internet, they make out internet. You know what I'm saying? And selling their products, and they're doing very well for themselves. The internet has created a lot of very wealthy young people, and I love it. But they have to be careful too, because you can't take back what you put out there.
Yeah, well, this generation of young people, they found a lot of. Internet has been really kind of good for some of them. Some of them have been able to make income and start their own business. This generation probably they're ahead of where we were at their ages with making money. The ones that are adventurous enough and have enough savvy to go out there and get it, because you do have to still go get it. It doesn't come to you automatically. So yeah, I was reading an article that was talking about young people in their 20s that are making more money than the generations previous because of internet and things like that. And that's cool. We want our kids to do better than us, right? We want them to have. We all. Yeah, any real parent wants the kids to be able to do better than them. So, it's like if they can get it legally, I always feel that that's better, because if you're doing it from the dark side, really, there's usually only two outcomes. Either you go to jail or you get killed. And there's really no dope man I know that's been able to retire and live a life without looking over his shoulder. It's I don't know. I don't know why we glorify the criminal activity in America. We glorify it. We've been glorifying it for years. And
I think it's more of a shock thing, you know what I'm saying? Because people don't. And as far as children, raising them I told my kids, whatever you do in life, be great at what you do. When my kids start coming of age, nigga, here's a bulletproof vest. Y'all know how to hunt. Y'all know how to shoot. Y'all know how to fight, because I taught you that. You know what I'm saying? Don't be no punk, but don't be no fucking bully either.
Yeah.
A hustle, do better than I did. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just because couldn't nobody tell me nothing when I was out there and I was banging. You couldn't tell me nothing.
Yeah, that's true. But those experiences that you learn, if you being that you live through it, because some of them don't live through it. Sometimes they learn their lessons the hard way, and the hard way sometimes ends your life. So it's like, yeah, you do, if you can make it through it, and not be a follower. I never advocate being a follower. Always be a leader. Make your decision, because you made that decision, and whatever the outcome is, or the consequences is, you'll just have to live with it. Man up, woman up, however. But yeah.
To also teach children how to become leaders. You know what I'm saying? How you become a great leader is learning how to serve. You cannot lead unless you know how to serve, because you don't know what the people want unless you learn how to serve.
That's true. That's always been said. You have to, in order to be a good leader, you have to be a good follower.
Exactly.
You know.
Exactly. When I go to work at this hospital, they have no idea who I am. I know who I am. And the people are like, oh my God, you are so cool. You're so sweet. I've been employee of the month and the everyday hero at the job and everything. And, I witness the people because they're coming into the hospital. They don't know what's wrong. And especially the people who have like outpatient surgery. They don't know if they're going to come out of that surgery. And I'll tell them, I'll say, you know what? I said, there's a Hebrew blessing that I say when I get up in the morning, and it's Modeh ani lefuneka melekai vikayam shehekazarta banishmati bahamla rabba emunetika. That means thank you, Lord, for returning my soul to my body. You're a faithful ruler of the cosmos. Once I tell them that, their anxiety goes down. I've had the director of the hospital come down and tell me thank you. And there's like, man, every time they speak with her, she has reduced their anxiety by 75% in this hospital. I've helped them raise their capital in that hospital. You know what I'm saying? So I'm excellent. Everything that I do, I excel at. So now I'm about to get my business back up and running, taking a whole different turn. I have my book out. I'm working on the second book because it's a 3-part book, Whitey, Black Queen of the Hood. So the first one is out, and I have some more orders for that one. But
What's the title? What's the title again?
It's called White Eve, Black Queen of the Hood, and it's a ass book. And I had to position it in a way where nobody gets in trouble. So I had to characterize it.
Well, hey, I'm glad you mentioned that, because we have a BMT is also a publishing company. Not only can we help you publish, we cannot only help you publish your books. Well, we can publish them personally. We can also help you monetize them. We have a monetizing system to where we can set you up an ebook page, and people can order your books online as well instead of just the hard copies. What we do is this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna create you an ebook page on our Apple store, and people will be able to come on there and they'll be able to order your books. So the next time we come on here, we're gonna come on here and we're gonna talk more about your books and set up to where they can get your books online as well. And right now we are running live on our radio station. We got 31,000 listeners. So you got a lot of people listening to you right now too. I just now linked this in. So we just you know what I'm saying? You want to repeat the names of that books, and if you got any directions where they can order your books at right now, you should go ahead and shoot that out to them. I'm getting a call back from Zoe here right now too, so we're gonna be linking him up in just a minute. But yeah, go ahead and let these people know how they can get your books.
The name of the book is White Eve, Black Queen of the Hood, and you can go on my Instagram page and you can find it. You can put in White Eve, Black Queen, is BLOCC. Or they can tap back into you, and I can leave a link with you where they can reach back out to you, or they can email me at pinkgorillaco@gmail.com. That's Pink Gorilla, PINKGORILLACO @gmail.com, and we will send the book out to you. I've had a lot of sales. I've done some seminars with the books. It's a very urban book. If you like Sister Soldier, you're definitely gonna love this one. I didn't hold back anything. It's very explicit, so it is pretty sexual and pretty provocative and very violent. But that's just what I live. So I don't have I have a nice.
I hear you, Zoe.
But I didn't.
Yeah. What I was thinking is you should turn that into a little mini movie, maybe. Take it to the next level.
If I can get an investor, let me tell you, it'll kill the game.
Yeah, I know. Just run clear on it. All right, now we got Zoe back on here.
Hello.
Yeah, Zoe, I know what you're probably hearing is probably a little bit of buffering. But our watchers are like I say, it's running through our beta system, so our beta system is getting no buffering. So everybody that's watching us is hearing and seeing it good. Everybody on the radio though is they caught everything you said before it started glitching. Everybody on the radio caught everything that you said. Now we got Zoe back on the line. We had fell off of what you was talking about, Zoe. But while you on the line, we're gonna go ahead and get some more words on that for you. Now we know what we don't need to do. What's some positive things that you can share with our younger generation, or it's even our generation that knows nothing about this lifestyle that we all come from?
Wanting to get involved in games and stuff, you know what I mean? Because that right there that's what I originally wanted to talk about tonight, but an incident had occurred. That's where I got off that subject. But on my next talk show, I would like to get into that because I'm for the kids, man, and you know. Kids, and I really wanted to get to that, but I'll deal with that on the next show. Now, on a positive note, man, about this, man, is I think the best way to do it, you know, you have to formulate some kind of system so whenever these things take places, there's some kind of resources that a person can reach out to try to get somebody to help their situation and their process. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yep. Exactly. So hey man, we're an hour and 7 minutes out. We're gonna go ahead and tune this out, and we're gonna set up for when are we gonna be on again? When do you want to come on again? So
well, we share Wednesdays and Fridays, so I'll say Wednesday again at 7 o'clock again.
All right, so that's 7 o'clock Western time. It'll be 8 o'clock our time here in Colorado Springs Mountain Time. It'll be 10 o'clock out
9
there where you at insane. But I want to do a show with you also. I want to talk more about your book. That's a major thing, man. Especially considering. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, that's my homegirl, and I love her, man. Anything that I can do to help her support her book and her cause, I'm with that.
Well, that's what's up. Well, we definitely gonna promote it on your show. And we're gonna need some background music from you too, man. We need a theme song.
Definitely, yeah.
I'm talking to you, insane. I'm talking to Insane. You hear me?
Yep, I hear.
Hey, Sassy, if you go to my page, you'll see I got quite a few of your songs from your album on there.
Yeah, see, that's nice. See, we need an album. Matter of fact, you can see that tonight. I'm gonna give you my email. We're gonna go ahead and upload your album on the radio station. If you can send it to me single at a time, that way I can put it in different positions. And
yeah, BK put it in. Yeah, but BK put it in rotation.
For all of us block movers to be out here doing something, and we're not collaborating.
Yeah, BK put it in rotation, man.
Yeah. So right now, this is our background music on the background. This is one of the homegirls, top notch. She came up this, and this is called What You Want to Do. So this is like our outro music for right now. But you know what I'm saying? Once we get your music on here, we're gonna have that for our intro and our outro music. Because everything we do got to be blocked.
Like I said,
That's deep, man. Yeah. Well, I know I won't be able to make it out there until probably a couple of weeks. Hopefully I'll be out there in a couple of weeks and I'll at least be able to walk, go and check out his grave, man, and visit his family and all. But other than that, man, I'm kind of stuck myself, man. It's a sad thing, man, that I can't get there, but it is what it is right now. But we gonna get up out of here, man. This Block Movements, man. This is Block Movements Television, Block Movements Radio, Block Movements Production, Block Movements everything. Everything we do is Block Movements. It's your boy,
DK. Hey, DK, make sure you get Sassy's new number because I need to get it. I need to be able to get in touch with him.
Is your number?
Yep. Absolutely.
Yes, it is.
Okay, I'll shoot you a text.
Okay, cool.
All right. Love y'all.
I'm gonna ride.